Alright, hi everybody. Let's try this again. I have some rose leaves here, but I tried that. Not good. So, because I can't get them right and I was in a hurry and messed them up. This is the fixative that I use. It's called mounting spray. And I usually do this outside, but I can't do it outside because I'm inside and I want to do it too. So, here we go. I'm just going to give this tile, it's a 6x6 tile. You can use a 4x4 if you want. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a spray. And then I'm going to start laying my leaf in. As I do so, I want to trim those long stems. You could leave them on if that's, part of what you want to do. I mean, there's nothing that says it has to be a certain way. That's I think my largest. So I'm just going to lay that one there. Kind of tuck that down a little bit. I can remove those if I wanted to. I found some little guys, and let's see if I can put these in someplace without it. I don't like to overlay. See, that's probably going to be a little bit big. Here's a teensy weensy little one. And then this just might work right here, like that. Keep that up. Come on, stick, stick. Stick. And here's another little guy. I almost hated pulling these off the tree. But they're, they're done for the season, so. Now, what I do, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Tip that down a little bit. Make sure they're down before I lay my stuff over it. I'm going to go ahead and I shine side up. I have this crinkly piece of aluminum foil, and I'm going to put my other leaves out of the way. Pardon my boarding house reach. And I'm going to lay that on top. And then I'm just going to press and start pressing out from the center, and hopefully you'll be able to see the leaves. The leaves were face down so that they're more visible, and you can see the leaf coming through. This is heavy duty aluminum foil, and there it comes. It's starting to come out. We learned this stuff when we were in grade school, it seems like, and here they come full circle. And I have to laugh at that, because the best times are in grade school. Anyway, for some of us, I would imagine. I try to be as gentle as I can, but as you can see, I'm doing the best I can to get those leaves to surface. Here we go. And this is not the best light in the world to be doing a toot on. I have that low winter sun coming through my southern exposure window here, and so it's kind of blaring. Anyway, here we go. And we get that to be as visible as possible. Sometimes you just got to give it a little extra shove to get those pieces out, because the leaves are kind of dried. They're not totally dried, so, but they are not, and you'll be able to accentuate them more with your paintbrush and the inks. But there you go, and that's all there is to it. Okay, here's my 3 leaves, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to fold this around. I don't worry, or I haven't needed to worry about the excess. Even that tear is not going to be of any consequence, because once it gets resined, that's all going to be, technically it's all going to go anyway. So this is a piece of that I used previously, so I'm just going to tear that off. without much fanfare. Get off there. Probably could have done it neater. I'm like in a major rush because I'm not halfway finished with preparing for a Christmas fair that I'm attending. I'm a vendor at, and so I'm in the middle of trying to get that stuff together for tomorrow morning. But I did want to take some time and try to get this done for you guys, because I love you guys. Anyway, keep moving this around. Make sure we got a good, you know, the glue is like super tight. I mean, you can pick it up and move it if you so choose with a little TLC, but it's down. And like I said, once it gets sprayed and once the resin gets on it, then you're good to go. So I'm going to use, let's see what color. This is Botanical. I love Botanical. Oh, I spilled some of my, alcohol. Anyway, watercolor brushes with alcohol. Can't beat it. And I like to start on the outside and just kind of work my way into those little divots around the leaf, you know, the way the leaf pattern shows, and then just let it go the way it wants to go. Let's see, because once these colors, they will start to mix with each other, and that's okay, because that's what the inks want to do, and we're all about the inks. You know, we do have some control, but it's only because the inks let us believe that, and it's okay. So here we go. As you can see, it's pretty simple. Move this out here a little bit. And I got a terracotta here, so let me see what that's going to do. Yeah, it's a cool color. Another very pretty color is the Mountain Rose, which I understand that their Ranger is removing from our existence for some reason. I don't know, but it's a really pretty color that breaks open into other little colors, very subtle colors, kind of a creamy almost color, and I think it deserves its day in court. But I understand that they're gonna remove it, but that's okay. That's part of their business. What little I know of their business. Anyway, here we go. There's one leaf being pulled out. As you can see, it's really simple, but the impact is huge, I think, because it really shows the leaf off in all its beauty. And that's what this is about, showing off Mother Nature. And then, you know, I know it shines through, but the foil does shine through. However, once these leaves dry, you can go back over and make them and get them with other colors, darker and darker and darker, that you need, that you want. So let's try. Let me put a little more Botanical up here, and a drop of denim. Let's see what that does. That's going to give us a dark, really dark color, and with that we can push that up against those leaves and make them even pop some more and give more texture around the insides here. And you're going to do, you know, whatever you like. I mean, don't copy me. I just do what colors you like. Put a little more over here and a little more blue. There we go. And I'm going to add, was that what terracotta? I think I have some orange over here too, some sunset orange, and I may try that too on these. But as you add your color, and you could drip them, you could drip, you could just drip and let them do whatever they're going to do. But yeah, just do it. Just get out there and experiment with it and play with it, because that's the best. Just play with it, and that's the best. Let me try. Let me get rid of some of this color. Pardon my boarding house reach. Here we go. Let's try. That's honeycomb. What did I do with sunset? Here's the sunset. If I can get it out, if I can get it open. I sure hope you guys can see this. Let me see. I'll do a check on this. It's okay. All right. Let me see what I can do here. Ooh, shwoo. That's interesting. Bring that out a little more. Let's do this. Woohoo. Let's just let the, what did the Cajuns say? Let the good times roll. Laissez-les faire. I can't remember. Let's see here. Le bon temps roulé. Le bon temps roulé. Here we go. Here we go. That's a little better. Oh, it's a smidge. You can really see the veins now, whereas before you couldn't. Not very much, especially on these little guys. But then you can always go over with the darker colors and just highlight. Or you could go over with your pen and really bring out those leaves. But for expediency's sake, as they say, I'm going to just bring some of that blue down in here, and hopefully that'll let that blend a little bit. And you know, you just do what happens. It's a happening. Yeah. Anyway, enough of my musical talents. Here we go. There we go. Put a little bit here to accent that leaf. I think I'm going to go back over it again with a little more of that. Got a renegade in there. Oh, whatever that is. Oh, sunset orange. I like sunset. I love oranges for some reason, and I don't ever decorate with it. Whoops. Not a problem. Not a problem. But I do love orange. Especially the inks and their oranges. They just really look good. Anyway, especially fall colors. So where did pardon me, I'm going to reach over here and dunk my brush in some clean alcohol. And then I'm getting my sunset again. And I'm just going to get a little bit, let it drizzle out a little bit onto my thing here. Take care of that in there. And that way you can see in that little section there, as where it mixed with the blue, it makes it just a tad more prominent. And we can try that on here too. See what happens. We're going to just put a little tab of that there and let that soak through, and it will enhance that leaf a little bit. I'll take care of it with more green, but it'll enhance that leaf and make the veins more prominent. And of course you can blow on things and dry them in a hurry. And then if you go back over with a slightly dry watercolor brush, it's thirsty and it will suck that up a little bit. But there you have it. Now what do I do with my green? Okay, let's do a little green in there. Well, let's get back down in here and bring that back out. And you can just work it and play with it all you want. Kind of like playing house, you know, dressing up the house. There we go. So now what I would do following this let's say I'm done. And I'm really not done because I really want to go over it with a little more red. And hold on. I'm going to try to get some red. I'll be right back. What have I got here? I don't know what it is, but it looks like red. Okay. I think it's pepper. Red pepper. I'm going to try just a little bit of red pepper. Let's see what that does. And that kind of enhances that leaf a little bit, gives it a little more pizzazz. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit. Just maybe not all over, but just a little bit. Tither and fro. There we go. Seal that up a little bit. Move that down here, and I see some issues up there that I want to take care of, some runaways, and I can do that, and hopefully I don't run out of time. Now what I would do before I run out of time on here, because I have no idea how long this is going to last, at this point I'm done. I'm going to go back, do whatever, and fix whatever injuries that I've seen. Push that in there a little bit, and spray with a Kmart. Let it dry real good. A few hours later, spray with the UV. Let it dry real good, and maybe the next day I would hit it again with. I would go back and then do the resin. If you do one pour, that's fine, and just a nice thorough pour. Let it dry for 24 hours, and if you want to leave it set for the 72 hours, that's good too. It's not a problem, but in 24 hours you'll be able to manage with it. You can then, if you want, remove this and remove the aluminum foil because it will be stiff, and then put it on another tile without the leaves being underneath it. And if you wanted to do that, if you didn't want to do that, you could also, before you pour, you could remove this very gingerly, put it on another tile, but you're not going to get the relief, which I think is really pretty. You're not going to get the relief like you got with the leaves underneath it, because once you take it off the tile, once you take the aluminum foil off the tile to put it on another tile, it'll flatten out somewhat, and you'll get a more glass-like finish instead of the raised, the relief of the pattern. And basically this is it. Unless you want to see me pour, which is kind of like, well, again, watching paint dry. You just mix according to directions. Pour. Now you can use one of these and stay, a couple inches above. It's going to pop all your bubbles. However, you can also use a hair dryer. Does the same thing. Or a heat gun. Stay up. One of those craft heat guns does the same thing. Whatever. It works. In fact, I like my heat gun better. My little dime store heat gun works just as well. So I hope this helps. It's not complicated, and if you're going to do boxes or anything like that, this seems to work just as well and with less time consumption of doing each leaf separate. And either way, it's a beautiful way to do the leaves, and it gives, I think, by doing the surface leaves, putting the leaves on the surface of the tile already foiled, gives a much more dimensional. But this also gives a dimensional look with less preparation time. And I don't know about you, but I'm like, I never have time to do those things, and I know I should. I know I should take time, but I don't, and that's my fault. So I'm always looking for shortcuts, and this is one. Now, I haven't had one of them fall apart on me. Our dew leaves, I've put some in frames from Aftosa. I've done some on the boxes. So, it's up to you, whatever you want to do with them. You can leave them like this and just, stagger them, put them together and stagger them. Put them in a tray. I love doing trays, but nobody loves to buy them from me. But I love doing trays, and I would love to put those in a tray, like 3 across and 6, you know, 2, 4, 6 in a tray. Even with the 4-inch, you could do that. They're relatively kind of inexpensive to buy. I lost my lid. Anyway, yeah, so that's basically all I do. And you could even rinse this a little bit if you wanted to. You could rinse it with a little bit of alcohol to get a little more drippy if you like the drippy effect. Just experiment with it. What are you going to waste? Some dead leaves, an old piece of aluminum foil, and ink that you can wash and just drops of ink. So yeah, so go for it, experiment, and that's it. And let me know if there's anything else you need to see. Okay, guys, bye.